Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. Well, our ability to earn money and manage it impacts nearly every area of our lives. This October, we are focusing on how you can become smarter with your money by challenging all North Dakota residents to take the Smart with My Money Personality Challenge. You can learn how your personality affects your approach to money and how you can use those characteristics to improve your financial wellness. Joining us today is Rachel Grossman from the Bank of North Dakota with more on this. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks for visiting us again in studio. We always appreciate it. Yes. Okay, so tell me, what percentage of North Dakotans suffer from financial anxiety?
Yeah, right now it's about 62%, unfortunately, which is up from just a few years ago.
Yep.
So we know we definitely kind of have a little bit of a problem with that.
Definitely. So what exactly is financial burnout and how does it differ from general stress or job burnout?
Yeah, so financial burnout is really related to stress surrounding your finances and money. And so it's just that feeling of constantly being worried about your finances can lead to that stress and that burnout over time.
Okay, I feel like burnout is definitely a buzzword right now, so
Absolutely.
I'm happy that you covered that. So
Yeah.
what are some of the most common signs or symptoms that people experience when they're dealing with this financial burnout?
Yeah, it really kind of boils down to just avoiding anything to do with finances.
Yeah.
So it can look like, not paying bills, avoiding checking your banking accounts. If people are having financial discussions, it's kind of withdrawing from that conversation. It's really just not wanting anything to do with it.
Definitely. So in your experience, how do higher living costs and increasing debt contribute to long-term financial stress and that burnout that you mentioned?
Yeah, so I think this is kind of a contributing factor to why we're seeing that percentage increase over time is, with the rising costs of things within life. It's, for some people, paychecks aren't going quite as far. They have, higher cost of living to worry about. And so, like I said, that constant worry over time is really what contributes to that burnout and that stress.
Definitely. So how can the Smart with My Money website help those experiencing financial burnout and that stress?
Yeah, so a couple really great resources on there. The journaling and meditation aspect of the website is a great place to start with kind of working through some of those stressful feelings and pinpointing, where they're coming from. And then once you know that, you can follow up with education on the rest of the website to really learn some practical tools to help deal with that stress.
Okay, I love that. So why do so many people fall into avoidance behaviors like ignoring bills or skipping payments like you mentioned when they're under that stress?
Yeah, so when they're feeling that stress, it can really just make them, like I said, want to avoid the topic altogether. People often don't like to deal with what's causing them, bad feelings or stressful feelings. And so for some people, just avoiding it might feel easier at the time. Unfortunately, we know that's not going to be a good long-term solution for them. So just slowly kind of picking away at some of those things that are causing stress and finding solutions to them is kind of a good path forward when someone's facing that.
Okay, I gotcha. So how does financial burnout impact a person's relationships, mental health, or even physical health?
Yeah, for sure. So, we know that stress can kind of spill over into all areas of your life. When someone is feeling a lot of stress, they're going to feel more anxiety, possibly more anger, might cause them to lash out at people, kind of, hurting some of their relationships. It can have, like you mentioned, an impact on their mental and physical health when they're just kind of feeling that constant stress boiling up in them.
Okay, I gotcha. So what about shame and self-blame? How can that, play a role in preventing people from addressing these struggles that they're going through?
Yeah, for sure. So, a lot of times when people are dealing with financial struggles, they might feel like they're failing or they're not doing enough, they're not good enough, and kind of some of that bad self-talk. It really can kind of boil up and cause some of that shame and self-doubt that people are feeling.
Definitely. So we mentioned the Smart with My Money website. What's all on there that we can take a look at and check out those resources?
Yeah, lots of great resources. There are courses that you can take, videos that can be watched, articles to read, kind of something for every learning style, just depending on what you prefer.
I love that. I'll be sure to check that out. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate your time this morning, Rachel. And everyone at home, stick around for more North Dakota Today coming right up for you after this short break.